back to the changing video. I'm actually videoing this intro on my phone because I've left all my camera and stuff at home this morning, because this is actually Sunday after the week is over. So yeah, apologies about that. But doing another weekly video, so you'll follow me around this week to see what we're up to at Talasi's Detailing. We've done a lot of mobile stuff and we've been at the unit as well. And you'll just basically follow us around, see what we're doing, see what we're up to. And yeah, just get a bit of an insight into sort of what the detailing industry is like for us. I try to film as much as possible this week. We've had a bit of a crazy week and it's hard to try and capture everything, but any obviously suggestions, anything that you want to see in the future, obviously please do let me know. So the week you'll follow me around every single day, seeing what we're up to, seeing what we're doing. So I really hope you do enjoy it. Please remember to share, like and subscribe, and obviously check out all our social medias. But hope you enjoy this week at Talasi's Detailing. Right, it's Monday late afternoon. As you can see here, we've got this Land Rover Discovery. We've had this in for the full day, doing a bit of a detail on it to see what we can do to get it looking like as new as we possibly can. So this has received a single stage machine polish today, so it's had all the full wash, the decontamination done beforehand, and it's also had a deep interior detail. We did include we did film some before shots of this car, so I'll include that after. But we're really happy with the result. We've been working on it from 8, it's just turning 5 o'clock now and we're just finishing up. This condition of the car, it's a 14-year-old car, so the paintwork condition is not great. Our customer came then to drop off, so I got a bit distracted, but I was saying that the car's 14 years old and the paint is actually really thin. It took a bit of a battering. It's used obviously as a farm vehicle down the country lanes. I think they live out in the sticks, so it has taken a bit of a battering. So normally probably get about 70% out. The main thing I've probably done with this is enhanced it, not really taken up too much other than a few swells and some light scratches, but there is still some deep scratches in the paint of this. But this one's now all done. Customers collected in a half hour. They'll be at 5:30 to collect this, and then we'll be done for the day. I've just got to sort out a few other bits, like the video that's going live this evening, which you probably would have already seen by now, and sorting a few other bits for the academy. So what I'll do now, I'll pan over to the before photos and show you some after photos at the same time, just so you can see the work that we've done on this Land Rover today. Right, I've just had the Land Rover Discovery collected, so that's now gone. He's really happy with that. Literally they pulled up and the first thing they said, it looked absolutely amazing before I needed to say anything else. So they're really happy with that. He's had a good look around it, he's really happy, and he knows that there's going to be scratches and some swells that we just can't get out, but he's really happy with the result. It was actually a present from an existing customer of mine. That's her dad's car. He's been helping her out with the move of her house. She's just moved house, so he's been helping her out. So she's actually bought him that service today. She's paid to have that car in for the day, have all the full works, which is a really nice gesture. And that customer has actually been a customer of mine for probably about 5-6 years. She first used me when I was working out on my Vauxhall Corsa back when I used to be window cleaning full time. So I'll put up a couple of photos of the first cut that I've actually done for her. I don't book in every year, but she books in every now and then just to keep her car in the best condition possible. She's got a Jag F pace, so we've done a ceramic coating on that a couple of years ago, and that'll be due for a new ceramic coating sometime soon. Just had another car delivered as well, so that was midway through sorting out the intro to this video today. So I'll quickly pan it around so you can see that. So that's Mercedes C-Class estate, so it's getting a full valet, full decontamination, hand polish, and doing the tints on the back because they've got kids, and at the minute it's like a fish bowl with the amount of glass that there is, so they want that all darkened out. Just put the kettle on. This is a little update in the shop. With all the Valet Pros now stocked up, so the shop is looking a lot better. Just got the kettle on, so I'm just making a cup of tea. Got the new Pro Detailer magazine so this actually come last week, so to suit the collection, which is really cool. So I'm actually in this. So if you've got one of these magazines, I'm in this somewhere at the back, because obviously when we done the PVD assessment day, they took some photos, done a bit of a write-up about it, because obviously it's all to do with the PVD, which is the Professional Valeters Association, or the Professional Valeter and Detailer Association, should I say. But yeah, if you see closely, there you go, little TD. And then that was obviously Fran, who I was on the day with as well, and a bit of a write-up. But I do want to have a proper look over this magazine. When I went away this weekend, and I was going to have a good look through, but I do need to spend some time going through it, because these magazines are actually really useful. You get a lot of information out of these. So if there's anyone sort of passionate about detailing, or a detailer themselves, looking at seeing what the latest products are, because obviously look, they've got all product recommendations, they've got little product reviews. So if you see here on the next page, there's a few product reviews, so it's actually really interesting to know. So that's that. And then I'm just spending the rest of the evening, I think it's about 5:30 now, 5:45. I'm spending the rest of the evening. I've got to sort out the YouTube video. I've got to finish off designing the post for Instagram to do with the YouTube video, so I've got quite a bit to do tonight, and then I'll be off home. So we'll see how we get on upstairs, but you'll probably end up joining me tomorrow, which we're out mobile most of the day, and then obviously back finishing this Mercedes. It's Tuesday late morning, it's just about to turn lunchtime actually. I'm at the unit, we've been out mobile this morning, which has been alright. We've had a Range Rover Sport in for an interior maintenance clean, and also a Toyota Aygo for an inside and out maintenance clean for a new regular customer who's booking in once a month. The Range Rover is also booking in once a month. You would have seen that on the last weekly episode that we've done. So I'll put up a couple of little shots of what we've been up to today. You would have seen that the Mercedes was dropped off yesterday for a wash on the outside and the tints, which are about to start now. Just waiting on the tints to come, or the tint film to come from PMX, which will be here between any time between 12:30 and 1:30. So we're going to start washing all the car, getting it all sorted, and bring it in for the rest of it. So obviously this is the car here. You would have seen it yesterday. It's currently raining tree. Cree's just getting set up. But yeah, this is getting a full valet on the outside, and then do the tints in 5% film. As you can see, there's a bit of green and stuff in the rubbers, and it just needs a bit of a deep clean really. He said about the tar, he couldn't really get the tar off, so we're going to aim to get all that off for him, get it all decontaminated, get it hand polished, and just get it a bit protected. I'm also going to give the unit a bit of a clean out before we put the car in, because the floor is looking absolutely horrendous at the minute. The crew's just getting set up, and then we're going to crack straight on with the Mercedes. Once that Mercedes is fully washed, going to put it inside. I'm going to start the tints, and Cree's going to wash the van. Right, we've got the Mercedes in now. That's been given a full wash. Just about to start the tints on it, so I'm taking off the side door cards. My windows tint stand is actually broken. I put it outside because obviously we had our open day, so I tried to clear out as much room as possible the other week when we had it. I left it outside, just gone back to it, and the actual glass in it is literally smashed to smithereens. So I haven't got a window tint stand today, so I'm using the front windscreen to hold the tint in place whilst I prep up the windows and then put it on. So just taking off the door cards on this one, and then getting all the rears tinted in 5% on this. Just had the tint arrive as well. Put some wax on it, so we're leaving the wax to cure just whilst I do the tint. So I'm just prepping up all the windows now, as you can see. Cree's cracking on, doing the clean on the van. So the van's going to get a clean today whilst I do the tint. So Cree's going to give this a full clean, because we went Cornwall over the weekend and the van has just took an absolute battering. So as you can see, there's got a lot of dust, sand and all sorts, so it does need a decent clean, because currently it's looking naff. So let's turn this to this. So the van is now all clean. Cree's done an amazing job as always. Left into it today to do a full wash on it. So now, as you can see, it's back looking spanking, looks absolutely mint. So definitely falling back in love with the van again, because when it gets dirty I tend to fall out of love with it. But yeah, it's looking a lot better now it's clean, so big up Cree for that. Lord's chilling in there. Lord, he's hella protective over the van at the minute, so I've got to be careful with people coming up to the van and doing that. Only I can do that, otherwise he will go mental. Anyone else comes up to the van at the minute, he goes mad. So that's the van all clean, really happy with that. The Mercedes in there, that's had tints done today, so I'll quickly show it from a distance. So instead of tints, instead of full wash and light decontamination, we've done all the door shuts, done the wheels and tyres. So as you can see there, it's been tinted in 5% film, which we've done. So that's looking a lot better. Just needs to be left to dry now for a couple of weeks. Obviously can't use the windows up and down for 2 days, just whilst it dries. But yeah, no, that's all looking really cool. Nice easy windows to do. Mercedes are normally alright, door cards come off alright, and obviously it all looks mint again. So we've had quite a productive day today. Done 2 mobile valets this morning. One obviously on the Range Rover, which we've seen, another on a Toyota Ego for a new customer, and then done the full wash in this Mercedes, done the tints in the Mercedes, and whilst I've been doing that, Cree's cleaned the van, so it's always nice going around a nice clean van. Someone's also rang about some training, someone local actually, regarding some machine polishing training, so that's always good. Just have a look at some of the videos, see how some of the videos are doing. Yeah, the urban video is actually doing really well. So the video that I've done on the urban automotive, doing the detail on that, it's got like over 800 views, which I'm actually really happy about. So yeah, that's really cool to have 800 views on that, and urban even comment on it as well. So yeah, it's all going well so far today. I've got a meeting with Felix at 5, well about 6, because this is being collected at 5:30. So I've got a meeting with Felix at 6. We're going to be going through some online course stuff. So anyone looking to do a bit of online course training, rather than coming down in person, obviously do keep up to date with what we're doing. We're not releasing too much, but I am going to be releasing out short little snippets of what we're up to, just so you can see that, and just get you sort of pumped for that as well. So I'm just going to wait for the customer to collect this at 5:30. I'm just going to stick the kettle on, sort a few bits out, make sure the diary's all looking good for the rest of the week, make sure messages are responded back to, just with the half hour that I've got until the customer collects this one. And then after that, not got much to do. Like I said, I've got to meet Felix, and then that'll be it for the rest of the day. Just going to go home after that, sort a few bits out there to do the work, and then we'll be getting prepared for tomorrow, which I'm out mobile again all day tomorrow. This camera is actually starting to call me, getting a bit of arm ache there. So tomorrow I'm actually doing Mercedes AMG GTR, not the Pro, just the normal Mercedes AMG GTR, which is crazy, and also doing a Range Rover Sport or Range Rover Vogue. Can't remember exactly what one it is, but I know it's obviously a Range Rover. So got that to do tomorrow, so I'll probably end up seeing you again then. Right, so it's Wednesday morning. I'm just out mobile in the van. I'm actually waiting outside customer's house. Supposed to be doing 2 cars today, but they're not answering. I've been here since 8. It's now 8:15, so 15 minutes later, and I'm still sat outside the drive waiting for them to answer. I've tried the obviously bell for the gate. It's ringing, but no one's answering. Tried his number, ringing, but no one's answering. So midweek problems as per usual. I'm pretty tired today. I've got a backache as well, and I've got a knee ache for some reason. But another problem to be dealing with the mobile stuff. I had a lot of like. The thing is, for the mobile stuff, I'm sort of losing motivation a little bit with some mobile jobs, like people just not being on time or not turning up, things not being as described. I've tried to be a bit more on it, making sure customers send me photos, so that's all good in that front. But then the other factor of it is no one's ever ready, no one's ever on time, and then this puts pressure on the rest of the day, which is really annoying. And obviously I'm about half hour away from the unit, or about 20-25 minutes away from the unit, so the thing is, I don't really want to just walk off now after just driving half hour from home, losing out a full day's wage and trying to figure out other stuff to do. So I'm a little bit annoyed, and even if it does turn up in the next 5-10 minutes, it's still annoying, because that would end up being half hour that I've wasted for the day, when I could have got cracked on and got stuff sorted. And yeah, just not in the mood for it today, to be honest. So although I'm quite strict with things anyway, I take customer deposits and get them to pay the full amount if it's cancelled or whatever. Sometimes it doesn't always work out like that, and if this customer doesn't turn up or doesn't show up here for whatever reason, I can't just charge them the full day, but then at the same time, yeah, I need to stop being so nice. So I don't know, if it doesn't turn up, it's literally 15:15 now, so Maybe I'll hang around till 8:30. If no one shows up, then I'm just going to have to head my way back to the unit and just try and figure out something to do. But yeah. Right, so I'm on my way back to the unit now. I've just left that job. It's just gone 8:30. There's only so long I can wait around for people. So I am annoyed, don't get me wrong, I am annoyed. I'm trying to stay positive. Put it this way, I've lost north of £200 today, like, plus just time wasting coming up to it. But yeah, it's one of them. This is all part of the job. I need to put my camera down a minute and wait for this car. So yeah, I was saying I've lost north of £200 today, which is not ideal. I've wasted fuel coming up here, which is not ideal. So yeah, I'm not best pleased today, but like I said, I am trying to remain a bit positive, and not let it sort of ruin my day, which I used to do, to be fair. Stuff like this always used to let it ruin my day, and I don't really want to keep doing that. So the thing is, like, some people might say, why don't you just wait until the customer's there? Like, how long am I going to wait? I could wait there an hour, I could wait there an hour and a half, and I'm just going to be sat there twiddling my thumbs. So I might as well do something productive. And it's not like I'm just going to go home now, chill, put the TV on, watch a bit of Netflix and put my feet up and have a cup of tea. Like, I'm already thinking of ways to, like, either make money or be a bit productive, catch up with stuff that I'm behind on. Whilst I was sat there for half hour, I was thinking of, right, I wrote a list down on my notes page on my phone of everything that I need to do, everything I need to sort out. So despite losing out today, there's still plenty for me to do. Although I won't be getting paid for it, but maybe I could open up the shop. I've got loads of meshes to sort out. I had a meeting with Felix last night, which I would have said about yesterday, and we've got some really cool plans with that, where I need to start speaking to a few people, getting a few people involved with the plans that we've got, and going from there. So I've got things lined up that I need to sort out, and I've got now 8 hours today to sort it out, so now's the best time. I've also got a mate's wedding on Saturday. I was saying I've also got a mate's wedding on Saturday, so I need to get prepared for that. So later on today, I can get my hair cut, which I was actually stressing about last night. I was thinking, when am I gonna have time to sort it out? I'm on my way back to the unit now. This is really dodgy. I probably shouldn't be recording myself as I'm driving, but this is on a camera stand. Yeah. So I'm gonna head back to the unit now. I'll keep you updated with what I'm doing. I'll keep you updated with what exactly I'm getting up to, just so if you are in this position and you're sort of a mobile valet looking for stuff to do, maybe you can get a bit of inspiration from what I do if I get sort of cancelled off, and you could sort of treat this as like a rained off day, what you do on a rained off day or something like that. But we'll see how we go on for the rest of the day. I'm just back at the unit. It's just turning 2 o'clock. I've had quite a busy day today, trying to be productive despite having a no-show this morning. I haven't actually heard from the customer either this morning, so which is a bit annoying, to be fair, considering obviously I'm wasted an hour and a half today. But I haven't really dwelled on it too much today. I haven't earned any money today, so there's a bit of an insight into detail, and I haven't earned one bit of money whatsoever. In fact, I've spent more today than what I've earned. That's fuel and everything else in between that, so that's pretty gutting. But despite that, I've been really productive. I've created myself a list of things that I needed to do, and I've got through most of that. So I'm getting ready to do the giveaway competition, because we're close to 2,000 Instagram followers. So I've been setting up all that, creating the post for that. I've also, what else have I been doing? I've got my list in my bag, but I've been sorting a few bits out. I've caught up on all messages on Facebook, Instagram, email. I've also done like a small interview with Sage, which I'm really looking forward to be putting out. So they've sent that over, so I've just confirmed everything in there, sent them all photos back for that, so that'll be up hopefully sometime soon. And I've just had a bit of a sort out. Whilst obviously sending the photos to Sage to use for the interview, I came across a load of other old photos that I've had from literally years on my old laptop and stuff, because I wanted to try and send some photos from when I first started. But I just found loads of photos of some old stuff, which is sort of a bit of a trip down memory lane. It was quite cool looking at some old photos like that. A lot of memories to look back on. And I found like all the Range Rovers that I used to screenshot to try and sort of make me motivated and keep me positive enough to maybe one day get one. So that's quite cool. But I'm just about to leave now, because I'm going to go and get my hair cut, because it needs it. I've got a wedding Saturday to go to. So I might as well do that today, because tomorrow and Friday is absolutely mental and I'm not going to have time to do it. I don't really know what else have I done today. I've just been sorting out admin and stuff like that. There's always a lot to do. And to be fair, it was only last night I was thinking I've really got to make some time to sort out some admin bits. I've got some products that are going out to a lad I know in Newquay, so they'll be collected any minute now, hopefully. If not, I'll leave it outside for APC to collect, and then yeah, that'll be on their way. I was going to try and drop them off over the weekend whilst I was there, but yeah, just couldn't get around to doing it. So they're being sent off today for next day delivery. And we've had a few changes on the website as well, which is quite cool. And I'm sorting out some of the online stuff that me and Felix were chatting about yesterday. So there's a lot of positive things to come. And I'm really looking forward to bringing the online courses, because after mine and Felix's meeting yesterday, I think there's going to be some really cool things that we're going to be doing. And I can't wait to show you all exactly what we're going to be up to. But I'm just going to get myself finished up for today now, and then I'm going to go head out, get my hair cut, and sort a few other bits out, and just see how I get on today. Right, it's Thursday late morning. I'm at the unit. It's been a busy morning so far, really productive morning. We've got a car outside, Nissan Qashqai, for my brother's missus that we're doing at the minute. So this morning I've had to go and collect that because I had to go out mobile, so I've left Cree here to do this car at the unit. So 7:30 this morning I was over picking up that car. Before that I was dropping everything off here because I was needed to drop the van over, and obviously it's got all of my stuff in the van. So we've emptied out all the stuff here first thing, collected that, that's been dropped back. Cree's cracked on with the interior on that, and then I went out to sort some headlights out on a motorbike. And then obviously caught up with a returning customer who I haven't seen in a while, so caught up with him and hopefully getting his car in at some point soon. And then also I've come back, helped Cree finish off the exterior, which we're just finishing up on now. And then we're out mobile to do some work for a specialist car Southwest, which is a Rolls Royce and Bentley garage, but we could be doing anything today. I don't exactly know what we're doing. So I'll quickly show you this car outside here just so you can see the result on that. So Cree's just packing up and finishing up. But this has just had a full valet inside and out, so it's all looking spanking again. So nice easy job. Obviously we've got to pack away all the equipment, and then obviously I've got to go and drop this off, collect my van. I've got to drop that one off, collect my van, and then obviously fill up the van with all the equipment, and then head down to Marsh Bar to sort out the next job. Got quite a busy day. We've also got a car being dropped off later for calipers, just front calipers. I know I said I'm not going to be doing them, which we're not, but I don't mind doing the odd few here and there, but it's not something that we'll do all the time. Also heard from the customer from yesterday. He's very apologetic for not being around to sort the gate and sort the cars yesterday. He's down at the bottom of his farm as such, so he didn't actually hear anything that was going on, and he said he came back up to his phone and he had like loads of these missed calls and messages and stuff, so he's very apologetic. He's going to get put back in, so that's all good with that. But obviously yesterday still caught up with quite a bit. Got a few other bits to sort today. Got to go and pick up some oil for the Kranzle because the Kranzle needs some new oil, and sort out some other bits for the calipers later. So just coming back from being out mobile, we've been to Specialist Car Southwest, which is a Rolls Royce and Bentley garage in Exeter. We've done a Bentley Continental GT, so that's been given a full valet. I'll put some photos and videos up on the screen just so you can see that. And then we are finished for the day. We're heading back to the unit now. I've just had to pop to Euro Car Parts to grab a couple of bits, got some oil for the pressure washer, and got some brake cleaner and stuff for the calipers that we're getting dropped off. One car's getting dropped off for calipers, there's another that's getting dropped off for a tint checkup, and then that'll be it for the rest of the day, I think. I want to quickly chat about the oil with the Kranzle. So when me and Cree were using the Kranzle the other day, we noticed there was some sort of like, not lagging, but a bit of juddering, and I haven't changed the oil since I've had the pressure washer. So I was bricking it a little bit because I thought I might have to get the pressure washer serviced. But after speaking to a Kranzle authorised dealer, they've advised that you don't actually need to get the Kranzle service unless there's something wrong with it, but it's always worth keeping on top of oil. So if there's anyone thinking of getting a Kranzle or has a Kranzle, who's paying out money every sort of year to get it serviced, then don't bother, because that's what I've been advised by Kranzle specialists sort of not far from me. I know there's companies that offer sort of the full strip downs and stuff like that, but the guy actually said that when you do that you can create more problems. There's just no point doing it unless there is an actual problem. He said just keep the oil changed all the time, change it after your first 50 hours and keep it changed every year, and then be good to go. A service for a Kranzle pressure washer is £160. Bear in mind you've got to spend £30 to get it delivered to the place, or if you're local then you drop it off. But if you're getting it packaged and sent off, it's £30 there, £30 back, and £160 to get it serviced, which I think is personally ridiculous. I didn't even pay that. I had my van service probably about a month ago, and it cost me about £120. So it is ridiculous. But the little tip: just get 15W40 oil, change it every year, and it'll be good to go. So that's what we're going to do later on today. But other than that, Creed's finished. I'm going to sort out them bits later, and then we'll just see how we get on for the rest of the day. Right, so I'm back at the unit. Creed's gone home now. For some reason, it's absolutely hammering it down outside. It's a good job we got done when we did. I've just serviced the Kranzle pressure washer. When I say service, I've replaced the oil. I'll quickly run through with you just so anyone who's got one or anyone who's getting one knows roughly what to do. I did have a bit of a nightmare where I unscrewed the cap to the oil too quickly, and then the pressure of it just made it pop, so fucking oil went everywhere, which is not good. But I'll quickly show you the oil before. It's not good at all. So I'm probably going to get some hate in the comments for how bad and how long we've left it, because the oil is like black. But I'll quickly show you what you've got to do. So look, that's the oil there compared to, let's do a little test. So I've used 15W40, which is what they recommend. I got this from Euro Car Parts. Euro Car Parts have always got a sale. This was 40% off. So let's just do a little comparison there. So that's how clear the oil should be. I'm not going to waste too much. But as you can see, that's how clear it should be. And that's what it is. So that's not good at all. So I have to hold my hands up to that and say that we should have got it done a lot sooner. But it's easy enough to do. So there's a 22mm, you'll need a 22mm socket for that, and then a 13mm socket underneath there, so that nut there. You undo that, and then obviously put it into something like that or into a container, and then that will obviously drain the oil out. And then drain that out and obviously put fresh oil in there using one of them. So obviously Euro Car Parts for the oil cheap enough, but yeah, that's not good in the slightest. So hopefully now the pressure washer should be running a lot smoother, and that will prevent any further faults. Cut myself off short just then because I had two customers arrive, one for the tint checkup, which was like there's a slight little air pocket which I removed, and now had this Mercedes A-Class dropped off. So can't remember what I got to with the Kranzle, but basically I let it go. I should have got oil in it quicker. It was a really easy job. It's cost me like £7. I should have done it sooner. Otherwise that could have cost me a fortune if things start to go wrong. Like I said, it's 160 quid for a service, or for me to send that over probably would have been about £30, and obviously £30 to actually get it shipped over, and then £30 back, so it would have cost me 90 quid, whereas just done it myself there 5 minutes for £7. Just change the oil, keep up to date with the oil, make sure you keep checking it, make sure it's all good. You basically got to treat these things like your car or something like that, otherwise it will go wrong, and it does start costing a fortune when it does start to go wrong. But that's a Kranzle sorted really easy. Just remember, obviously, if you're taking off that nut to let the oil out, just do it really slow, otherwise because it builds up so much pressure and it'll just burst off like it did earlier, and there's fucking oil everywhere. But that's done, that can go back in the van now ready for tomorrow. It gives me a bit of peace of mind. So I've had this A-Class dropped off, so he's actually decided to do the rear calipers as well. He dropped it off and I said, we're going for just the fronts, and he said maybe just get the backs done as well, just for the sake of it. So we're doing the backs of that as well, so I'll quickly show you that. Just normal Mercedes A-Class, I've just spilled all the water everywhere. Normal Mercedes A-Class, just getting calipers in red. So yeah, nice. It's mad that, because this car it's quite a nice car actually. The sort of car back when I sort of first passed was about sort of 2014, 2015, and we used to look at these cars and we're like, yeah, these are mega. We used to absolutely love them. But when you look at them now, they do look quite dated, but I suppose 6 years old, a lot changes for Mercedes in 6 years. But I've noticed with the steering wheel, it's quite greasy and quite grimy. So before we finish up and hand this car back, I'm going to clean all the steering wheel and that up for him, because he's only just bought it and it's looking really dull. There's a lot of grease, a lot of grime on there, and the same with the gear stick as well. But yeah, so that'll be getting done. Like I was saying, me and a couple of mates really used to like the Mercedes A-Class. And I always wanted the Mercedes A45 in that shape. That would be a little sort of hot hatch that I'd love to have, Mercedes A45. You don't see many of them around whatsoever. I'd get an older one if I could get one, but I haven't got the money at the minute to get one, so there's no point even looking, because I wouldn't be able to afford to buy one. I wouldn't be able to afford to run one. But maybe it's a little goal to have. I'm thinking when the situation's a bit different, maybe I've got someone else working for me and the training's going well, and there's a bit more money in the bank to do so, I might start like buying a car from an auction, like something that's absolutely not battered, but something that's absolutely hanging, buy it cheap, do a little series where I'll clean it all up, do it up a bit, do some light bits to it, and then like flip it, see how much we can get for it, see how much time spent on it, and maybe do a series like that. I'm really keen to do something like that. It'll keep me busy, keep me occupied, and I think it'd be quite cool to get like a disaster detail style car from an auction, buy it, try and do some work to it as cheap as possible, but as good as possible in terms of standards, and then sell it, and then just see where it goes basically. So that's something I'm going to do. But this car's obviously now getting the rear calipers doing, so I've got to focus on that. We're not going to do anything today. I'm going to finish off a few bits at the unit. I'm doing a competition tonight, which is getting announced, so you would have already seen and would have already got involved in that. So I'm doing that. And I've just got to make sure I've got everything sorted for tomorrow, because we're out mobile all day tomorrow, and then back to do the calipers on this. So we'll see how we get on. I'm going to finish up, get on Canva, get creating some posts, and then we'll go from there. It's Friday afternoon, just out mobile. We've already been and done a ram this morning, which you would have seen in another weekly vlog that we've done. So I'll show you that quick just so you can see what that's like, but that's all done. That's on the maintenance clean once a month. Just got this Jaguar, I think it's an old S-Type or something like that behind me, that's getting cleaned, ready for a wedding tomorrow for a mate of mine. So we're at Limpstone Manor, which is actually a really nice location. It's been nice and quiet today, it's been absolutely lovely. So we've done this, clean this both inside and out, which I'll quickly show you now. Cree's just packing up a few bits, but this is the Jaguar, so it's all clean. Gave it a bit of a wax, and just gave it a bit of a clean up inside. So that's all ready to take the bride tomorrow. Lord's chilling. Right, boy, keeping protection over the van. So yeah, that's all done. We're just packing up, and then we're heading out to our next job, which is in Cranbrook. Just about to turn, or I think it's just gone 1:30 actually. So we're going to get to our next job for about 2, crack on with that, and then go from there. And then I've got to finish off the calipers that was dropped off tomorrow, which was dropped off yesterday, which you would have seen. So we've got that to finish as well. So we're just going to get finished up here, head to our next job, and then I'll be finishing at the unit for the rest of the afternoon. Right, it's actually Sunday morning. I'm filming on the phone, so the picture quality's probably changed. So yeah, apologies about that. I didn't film anything yesterday on the Mercedes, on the calipers. So basically after Friday, I can't remember where I got up to on Friday. Also, you probably would have seen the Jag that we've done. We also done a Volkswagen Tiguan. So that was all done as well. So that was given an interior detail. And then I sort of come back to the unit to do the other coat on the Mercedes. And then yesterday I'd done that as well. But I think I mentioned, so a mate was getting married yesterday, so on Friday we went out for some sort of casual drinks, and to be fair, I had a couple of drinks, and obviously I don't really drink that much, so it had a bit of an effect, I think. So yesterday morning I wasn't feeling too great, but I still came in and done the calipers on the Mercedes, but I just didn't film too much on it because of the way I was feeling basically. But had the wedding evening last night, which was actually really good event. Probably enjoyed it. Feeling it a little bit today, but not too bad, to be fair. So, but yeah, really good evening last night at the wedding. It was really nice venue, nice event. Everything was really well done. So yeah, really happy with that. Nice to sort of let what's left of it, let my hair down for a nice evening and catch up with a few people that I haven't sort of seen in a while as well. So that was always good. But I've just come back in the unit this morning because we've had to pick up a car from the venue, and I've come in because this Mercedes is getting collected. So I've got the Mercedes behind me. I'm just giving the unit a bit of a clean up and a bit of a sort out before the customer gets here, because they're going to be collecting this. They're going to be collecting this shortly. So I'll quickly pan the camera around just so you can see the progress on the calipers. So this is the Mercedes here that you would have seen. Done all the calipers, so they're all done in red, both front and back. It was originally booked in for just the fronts, but after the customer sort of dropped it off, he said about getting it in red. So I've got to clean up the unit before he gets here. He's getting in about a half hour. So I'm just going to get all the unit tidied up, get all packed up, get this car collected, and then I can go home and chill out because I think I need it today. Probably going to go and get a Greg's, a nice pizza slice and sausage roll or something like that, just to sort of fill me up a bit because my belly is absolutely empty at the minute, despite eating load last night. But so I need to crack on and get all the unit tidied up, get this car collected, and then obviously I can chill out. So I hope you've enjoyed the video this week. I don't think there's been too much going on, probably a lot of me waffling as per usual. Any tips, anything that you don't want to see? Am I talking too much? Do you want to see a bit more cars? Then obviously do let me know, because obviously your feedback is much appreciated, and you're the ones that are watching it, so I want to make sure that's what I'm keeping up to date with, exactly what you want to see. I appreciate they are a little bit same old, so I do really want to try and get someone to sort of follow me around on the weekly vlogs and do it properly, because it is hard capturing exactly what we're doing whilst trying to do it, whilst trying to sort out everything else as well. So it is hard in that aspect to try and get it all done. I've spoke before about that, and I do need to try and figure out that, but it's just weighing up the options at the minute. And obviously I don't make really any money from the YouTube stuff, and it's a lot of time and a lot of money spent out on it. So I've really got to make it work, otherwise obviously it dips right into my profits, and got a lot going on at the minute, a lot to invest in, a lot to pay for, a lot to try and reinvest. So I've got to be careful exactly where I put it, but I do really want to try and get on the videos, so I've got to try and make that work, but at the same time I can't be spending out too much on that. So that's something for me to figure out over the next sort of couple of weeks, but I do really want to get someone out with me every day to sort of video what we're doing, just so you can see exactly what we're doing in detail, maybe get a bit more customers on, get a bit more footage throughout. So we'll see how it goes. But obviously any tips for the meantime, or any ideas that you've got, anything that you don't want to see, then obviously do leave down in the comments below. But hope you've enjoyed this weekly vlog, and let me know what more content that you want to see in the future. Please remember to like, share and subscribe. Check out all our social medias, obviously Talasi_May, Talasi_detailing on Instagram. Obviously changing up a bit on Instagram at the minute, doing a bit more sort of detailed content on like the posts and stuff, which hopefully some of you are preferring or even just liking. But yeah, make sure to check us all out on that. Off to DMAX next Sunday, so I'll be videoing that, and off to Salon Privé the weekend after, so I'll be videoing all that, so maybe I'll catch some of you there. But hope you enjoyed this week's video, and see you guys in the next one. Ciao.